But BeastModePaul, baby, making it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last, so these players are 2-2 in set, and the last time they played, Omega was able to take it over BeastModePaul.
That's
so
true.
keep that in mind. They're very close in terms of set.
Yep.
And two very exciting characters here. Always a fan of watching Omega, I mean, throughout the years, and I really want to shout out Omega for defeating Wrath.
Yeah.
On the winner's side. That matchup is not great for Joker. So the fact that Omega had to play through these bad matchups, and essentially, I feel like it's the main story here for this top 8.
And he did it in a comeback fashion, too, which was really impressive as well. So
Yes.
kudos to him.
Adaptations.
Matchup is not easy.
Definitely earned his position here again with a victory over Light in semis. So right now, the challenge is BeastModePaul, who, again, we know has just been playing at an absolute elite and peak level. Probably not the winner's finals a lot of people had anticipated, but definitely one I can appreciate for sure, given how great these guys have played. As I continue to say that, but Paul right there off the bat, not even a minute into this, just dismantling that first stock of Omega.
Yeah, man, absolutely incredible, man. That's the BeastModePaul, man. Such a legend when it comes to this character, right? And mainstay. And I love also just all around. It's not just him being good with the spells, right? And his timing, but just in general, his control is always phenomenal, man. So you gotta respect him at all cylinders.
Yeah, and of course, Hero, a very exciting character to watch. You're gonna have to have really fast reading here if you want to be good with this character. You pull up the menu, there's all these different spells you want to bring up, and there are some spells that are buffs, and there's also attacking spells as well. So watch all the different moves that this character has.
Yeah, that's a good point, Charles, about being able to keep track of that menu. Like, Hero is the worst enemy of the illiterate, okay? If you can't
100%.
read in a timely manner, your ass is getting whooped. And I'm not saying that about Omega. I know that brother can read, but right now, I'm not really seeing it right now.
Find the book. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it in the stack.
And I mean, BeastModePaul definitely known for the flame slash setups as well. There are
Yeah.
shield breaking spells. Oh, and there's the up smash. Of course, Omega did not get this far and is not going to drop combos like that. The fair one, drag down up here onto the platform, up smash to clean out that first stock there. Beautiful retaliation though. BeastModePaul up an entire stock for this game number 1.
Oh, man, he's so good right now, but here we go. Omega trying to start something up here. Trying to get the corner carry. Not going to get that unfortunate drop, but still in a decent space here. He really needs to hold on, and the big thing is going to see how can he really leverage the Arsens that he's get during the time period. So that's going to be big ones for him. He's going to try to make it back in this game 1. Here we go. Big homie's out.
Yeah, and of course, Zoom is going to be such an important spell for Hero to get back onto the stage here. You can use a double jump off stage to reset your menu, but you pretty much only get one reroll off stage.
Yeah.
All right, not too many options right now for my man Omega. He is swinging right now, but nothing connecting at the moment. Paul has done an excellent job just kind of controlling the pace and the space of this game number 1. Not giving Omega too many openings. Huge dash attack, but not quite enough to seal the stock just yet.
Accelerado off the stage here. BeastModePaul able to get the tech barely in time here. The up tilt after the back air pressure. Snooze. Wow, Omega almost rolling into that one. Of course, here comes the buffs. Accelerado now going to be able to go on the offense here. Waiting back. Oh, yeah, that movement is crazy. When he's glowing green, he's moving.
Yes, sir.
Definitely on demon time right now, and the lead continues to persist. Omega just cannot find the answer to this very stubborn second stock of BeastModePaul, and it's not going to come to him in game number 1. Paul, definitive defeat of Omega in game 1. That's a tone setter right there.
Yeah, 100%, man. And I mean, honestly, one of the big indicators, again, you know you have the big crazy spells people talk about. Everyone looks at Thwack and Hooks, all those kind of things, right? But really one of the big things, the mainstay for having consistency with Hero is really how are you leveraging the buffs, right?
Yeah.
And you just see BeastModePaul, the way he's moving when he has Accelerado or when he has Oomph, like, is a sight to behold, right?
Yeah.
So it's really going to be like, how is Omega going to navigate that character, right? Those are going to be the big deals. Obviously, the crazy spells will come and go. Kaboom is going to be there. It's going to be a factor every now and then, right? Just because of the sheer size of the explosion. But ultimately, can you deal with the buffed Hero? That's going to be a really big indicator here.
Almost like a stance character, if you will. You have to roll and earn the different quote-unquote stances, right? But ledge trapping Accelerado Hero, very different from ledge trapping regular Hero, right?
1000%.
So even like the defense, the offense, just that double jump back to the center stage, even just from off stage. I mean, Hero can practically get to the center of the stage. Not a lot of characters can do that.
Very true, yeah. So interesting how both these characters just so different dynamics on how they can really change themselves throughout the course of a match with those particular buffs that you are afforded on either side for sure. But really for Omega, it's just like I need a much better start than when I saw out of game number 1. That was kind of his Achilles heel. Could really never crawl out of that hole that was dug rather early. This time, though, seeing a much better showing in the first 30 seconds of this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta be careful here, though. Got that strength on deck. Swole Hero.
And it's all about keeping enough pressure on Hero so that menu doesn't get pulled out as often.
Yep.
You do not want Hero to farm all these different buffs.
Yes.
Yeah, the greatest success you'll see against Hero is those characters that can really just rush him down and not let him get comfortable to set up to go through those menus. Oh, no, Omega. Unforced error on that one. Going to kind of hold a lot of that momentum he was building earlier. That is unfortunate, but definitely something Paul not going to complain about. He's in the lead once again.
Yeah, not at all, man. Rush down to ground zero. Can't be doing that, man. Got to get back into it here.
Oh, my God.
I mean, he's been playing well in spite of it, though. I really love the way he's playing mid-range. A lot of short hop gun as well. Just giving his timing and mixing up the tempo as well. Yeah, we're not going to get thwacked just yet.
Okay, here's the grab off stage, and yeah, it's so hard because Joker wants to go for these backers off stage, but finally Beast Mode Paul not going to have the zoom, which means the stock will get taken singing a little too low there.
Just a tad bit, and that's really good for Omega too because he did not let that lead snowball and get out of control. Now he has access to Arson and get to enjoy that meter for a little while and see if he can make something out of it. The thing is, he's had that Arson, hasn't been that effective because Paul has not been really giving him too many opportunities to get in there and get some combo starters. As I say that, delivering on cue, this is what you want out of your Arson. So many strong, meaty hitboxes, so much damage right there.
Gosh.
Those final embers faded.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. But still, good stuff there. Going to bring this back now. This is definitely competitive, and we don't have too many buffs on deck. Just as I said, that one's gone. Big opportunity here to hold it down, get a lead.
Again with the zoom, and also because Omega is going out there and Paul is getting the zoom, Paul is getting to stage first before Omega. That's a really big deal. He can pull up the menu or just allowing him to have established space versus Joker. These are the situations. Now Omega opting to go more towards the stage, not really risking the role of the zoom, right?
Yeah, 100%, because otherwise you get a farm buff all day, right, as you were saying.
Yeah.
I'm super impressed with Paul thus far.
Dang, the cross-up backer into down tilt. Paul got the mix, the shield pressure mix with Hero. It's the spellcaster character, man.
That's so deep. We're at the right tournament for that. That is 100% factual. 135, stock on borrowed time, but you wouldn't know it the way Paul is playing. Exceptional right now. Even in the face of danger, Arsendo maybe could bring in a bit more of an intimidation factor, but no, Paul continues to keep the pressure going. This man is unrelenting, gentlemen.
And I love the run-up jabs coming up from Paul, kind of stuffing out maybe some short hop approaches and stuff. It just uses a lot of area force to
Oh my God, yo.
Really?
Hold on now. Yo,
that Arsene Bear is huge. How'd you avoid that?
Hey, yo, Kyrie Irving, free.
Dang.
So D, wow.
Dang.
I thought that was the stock for sure there.
Yeah.
Paul really getting so much value. 176% still on stage. Little low on MP, but I don't even think Paul needs it at this point. The forward tilt, not enough.
Yeah, but definitely working on potentially back-to-back. Oh my goodness, back-to-back two stocks could be looming. Omega got to do something. That roll is not it. Good catch from Paul. 2 convincing games on the board, and now Omega, if he wants a shot at Grand Finals winner side, has to do it with a reverse 3-0.
And I think if you're Omega, you've been playing so well today.
Yeah.
I definitely think that is a possibility.
He's even leveled up since level up, too. Like, you could definitely tell in his setting against Light.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Picking it up, but Paul on the other side was like, hey, I've been in that hyperbolic chamber, too, man.
I've been waiting for you.
Ain't no filler arc over here. This the
Florida,
real deal.
Florida coming through strong, man.
The real deal.
Post-training arc, it's time?
Come on now. Florida good for something. We'll take Paul. See ya.
Damn.
OD.
But yeah, I mean, also to mention, since Paul is from Florida, you know, Florida and Georgia do go to each other's regionals and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they've had a decent amount of matches. I mean, they are 2-2 in sets, so they have played each other before. It is Paul with the advantage here, up 2-0.
Clean, though. He's looking really good, man. Cannot just get the ender, though.
Man, it just feels like Omega is just a tad bit off. Like the back air on that up special from previous where it was weave, that forward smash punish, just a little bit off. But Smash is a very punishing game. If you're not playing almost perfect or perfect in a lot of scenarios, that could mean everything.
Yeah, very well said, man. There's so many situations where those second chance opportunities your opponent gets oftentimes can lead to their victory throughout the whole set. Like, it really goes down and dictates a lot, not just one singular game. But Omega up smash out of field, right on the money, assisted by Arsene. Exactly what he was looking for. Still got about half this meter left to really take charge and put this lead to some good use.
Yeah, good stuff there, man. Let that chopper sing. There we go. That bear trying to get another one, not going to make it. But yeah, if he does bide himself enough time to really get those edge guards locked in, because he's getting the rinse and repeat, right? It's really just getting the ender that can actually get him to KO.
Yep.
That's what he's dropping. But it's by inches. He gets that going, we're going to see a whole different game here, and definitely that's probably going to be the path to a reverse 3-0.
Oh, look at that Accelerado, that double jump, just such a great high recovery. And
Wow.
Beast Mode
wow.
Paul, I love that about his gameplay. He loves to use the neutral B, but just a non-charge form, just to force the platform tech chase scenario,
Yeah.
and then get the follow-up up tilt. He loves setting that up.
Yeah, his interactions just off the spell. Custom combos tend to work out well for Paul. He's bringing this back. Not out of danger yet. Not out of danger just yet, though.
Yeah, got to be careful here. Looking for that fair one. Not going to make it land. We're going to get a forward throw here. Getting an opportunity. Yeah, trying to go for guns and then rinse and repeat. Going to miss there. Kind of give up stage, unfortunately. Can we get back into center stage? Yes, we can.
Okay, just jumping up and over. There's the drag down smash, but goes to the left instead.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sent them not the way he definitely wanted that stock off, but we'll see.
Oh, the run-up jab failing, but the down air
okay.
retaliation.
That
coming
down
out
air
from
was
Paul.
OD, bro.
Grown man moves.
I will fight back.
Yes. You could tell when there's just fearlessness behind some of the decision making, definitely keeping Paul very much so in this. Omega got to close out this stock. He's letting Paul hang around way too long. We see him traditionally just sitting at these dangerously high percentages, and that is why you can't let Paul stick around that much range, that much time. It is going to be a very unfortunate situation for Omega. Finds himself down again. Final stock right here to stay on winner's side of this winner's finals.
Man, the super hot was crazy.
Oh man, and Paul is using that platform so well to avoid falling arrows, avoid the gun. 199%. Forward air doesn't fully connect. Are you serious? And then the
no,
up air
he's
as
too
well?
high.
Are you kidding me?
You see, you talked about some things just being a hair off earlier, Charles, and some things right now seemingly out of Omega's control. Very unfortunate he did not get everything out of that. Would definitely bound down to that final stock, but
Okay.
one grab was all it took.
Yeah.
But Arsene is going to fade. Advantage Paul.
Yeah, the video game really doesn't want Omega to win right
Yeah.
now. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, what's going on right
Okay. What can you do here? Gets a double jump. It's big.
now? Okay,
Rinse and repeat.
we need this
Back
sequence.
throw. Absolutely. Okay. Good spacing here. Looks like we're starting to play. Get
Yep.
back on stage.
Back on stage, I like that. Omega
Yeah.
didn't take too much time, didn't grab the ledge there, was able to directional air dodge onto the stage, has the presence, the up air almost connects here.
Wow, that
not fully connecting. Ah!
Again. Hold on.
Put Charles on the dev team, man.
Jeez,
He's
man.
crashing out.
Someone help. Okay.
Can my boy Omega catch a break?
Oh, man. he's
Definitely
trying
been some unfortunate circumstances that have
Yeah.
kept this going maybe longer than it rightfully should have, but Omega can overcome
Ooh,
that. Get the
ooh,
and he's
I
going to do
love
it. What a
Bang,
play.
bang, baby.
Sometimes you just got to take it into your own hands, and Omega knew that. Definitely getting himself engaged a little bit, getting this crowd back into it as well as they want the hometown boy to bring it home. Takes another step closer to that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, there's so many other players that all those unfortunate things happen,
Yeah.
and you clock
Done.
out.
You check
Yeah.
out. It's very
Yeah.
easy to
Check
just
out.
check out.
But
yeah.
Omega,
Especially when you're down
stuck
two
with
games.
it, found the win con, just the single gunshot off
Yes.
stage was enough. Got the directional air dodge coming out from Paul, and Paul has been recovering phenomenal, by the
Yes.
way. This entire set, I almost want to say that that's the big reason why we see Paul 150, 200%.
Oh,
Just
1000%.
these recoveries have been on point. Obviously, like the luck with the Zoom. Zoom does have a very high percentage chance,
Right.
so it's not like he's just getting really lucky. It is
Yeah.
a very high percentage.
It's high, yeah, it's higher when
No,
you're off
Zoom's
stage.
always like
Off
a high
stage,
roll
yeah.
on
Right.
your favor. You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You should get Zoom most of the
Yeah.
time.
Right. But man, yeah, absolutely phenomenal there for Omega. I mean, like you said, the defense has been crazy from BeastModePaul, so you just had to have greater offense there. You know, pops out, gets the pop, and we're going to go into a game 4 here, and this is, again, looking like the pathway for him to get that reverse 3-0. It starts off with the offstage game. We're seeing it now. Bounces on deck, though, but doesn't really matter there for Joker's gun.
Oh man, and now Omega playing very well around these jabs. I mean, just up and over, getting the whiff punishes as well. Ooh, I like the AHA thrown in that area. Very
Yeah.
safe.
So much to be said about
Oh,
just being
go to
able to get
sleep.
one game on the board, but when you get put to sleep, all right, man, the alarm didn't go off in time. That's a huge lead for BeastModePaul.
Yeah, we talked about all the different spells, and if this is the first time you're watching Hero, well, yeah, Hero does have a spell called Snooze.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because like there's so many spells to go through. Like oftentimes you might not even see one of his particular spells until like the very final game, if at all.
Yeah.
But there's some definitely strong go-tos, and I think the Snooze in that situation was just so good because Omega was being hyper aggressive, just put him on his ass when he least expected it, and that's what gives him this huge lead.
Okay, we're psyched up.
Oh, that should be the stock, the up air.
Nice, yep.
No tech on that downer. You can tech that downer because the first hit of if you get connected by both hits, you are allowed to, but you're going to have the quick reactions, and Paul not having it there.
All right, trying to burn out that Arsene. We're going to see that disappear shortly. And I think one of the big thing, right, is like he wants to continue to try to get meter. We haven't seen really big Rebel cards come out of him as of yet, right? We've seen like once or twice before, but man, the movement.
Oh, dang, okay, yeah.
Kaboom!
This is a terrifying hero
man.
right now. That glow, that speed, get out the way, and Omega could not. Final stock right now. Can he rally?
Yeah, that was checkmate. That was a checkmate scenario because the Kaboom covered the ledge drop options, and Paul ran up to cover roll.
Yeah.
So roll is the only thing that gets you out of there because Kaboom also has the win box to bring you in.
Yep.
Great way. I mean, BeastModePaul knows all these situations so well. The forward smash is barely off the mark here. Tried to catch the roll out, but the roll in coming through from BeastModePaul.
Yeah, let's see here. Okay, we're going to get buffed up. Just bobbing and weaving here. The B reverses, of course. It's for the back throw. Are we chasing?
Ooh, again? No follow-up here.
Couldn't quite get there. He has been lapped in percentage on this final stock as well, man. This is not looking good for Omega.
Omega is running out of chances here, trying to make something happen, but the zoom immediately getting back on the stage. No punish on the up tilt, the roll in, but okay, punish on the forward tilt. Something.
Okay, but this is kind of
no forward air
last
one.
game. Yeah, it does not get the fair one though. Good swing there. You got to fight back. Buffed up once again. Got to be careful here.
Okay,
Drag
that's
down.
huge. There we go. Okay, much needed.
Okay, look at the
Couple
meter.
of cheers. We're still alive.
Look at the meter.
Yeah, the meter halfway, but a full MP bar here for Paul. So all these spells are coming through.
Yeah, Paul knows too. He's like, look, I know you got
Wow,
but I got everything else, and it is certainly going to be enough. Beast Mode Paul taking it 3-1. And you get the sense for Paul, it's just like, yeah, get my run back here from the last time we fought where Omega did take it, but was not meant to be on the MomoCon stage. That man, BeastModePaul, headed to grand finals.
Guaranteed top two here for BeastModePaul. And of course, Hero is going to be the pick that gets him there as well. Always fun as a spectator to see Hero. There's so many different situations. I love how Paul played out that last situation.
Yeah.
Had the Accelerado, goes for the overshoot down air, right? Again, Accelerado, when you're playing against Hero in neutral, a very different character. So BeastModePaul is so good at using that advantage, and he's been in those scenarios so much more, right?
Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, we saw earlier on when he did have Accelerado that most of the time he would be jumping, do the B reverses, but then he'd do empty hops, land, go into the jabs, right?
Right.
Finally, we kind of see him go for the full overshoot, like you said, into that dare, but just conditioning that whole sequence way earlier on throughout the course of the set for the game-winning dare. Beautiful stuff there by BeastModePaul. He's going to move on forward, but I do believe that Omega definitely be proud of what he was able to put together towards the tail end on those last two games. Definitely felt like he was playing at a higher level.
Yeah, I mean, even with an L, bro, like he slayed some real like big names to get to that point. Went through Raph, went through Light. Obviously, loses to Paul right there. But that's a good thing about double elimination bracket. You always have a chance in the lower side of things to bring